let's take a bite size to a January movie. And today's movie I'm going to talk about is none other than Plane, the latest movie that stars Gerard Butler. And well, you can see I decided to make it a bite size on this one because, well, this is a movie that it doesn't take too much to explain. The whole thing is kind of shallow. The only thing that I gotta say is, well, it's just a movie that I just saw. So anyway, let's not waste time. I just wanted to watch the movie out of sheer curiosity, considering that we're still in January, which is the dumpster fire of movies. And for a movie named Plane, probably might come off as not being as good as Megan as it is. Although Megan, of course, that it kind of deserved to be a January movie depending on some circumstances. And Plane, well, just I got it out of sheer curiosity. And lo and behold, I just came out mildly entertained for a bit. And it's just one of those B-type action movies that you just go there just for the sheer thrill out of it. And you're not going to expect that something like Casablanca or Die Hard. It's just kind of like one of those that you just put it on one pile and that's it. You're gonna get it. And like in this movie, Gerard Butler plays this airplane pilot. One of those commercial airplanes that they go from one place to another until due to weather conditions he crash lands on in the middle of the jungle of the Philippines. And of course, the biggest thing that they have to worry is not exactly being in the middle of the jungle, but they become target of this military terrorists that they decide to hijack the hostages. So basically, Gerard Butler has to he basically has to keep his crew his passengers safe, as well as teaming up with this criminal that he was transporting, a criminal played by, what's the name of the actor, Mike Coulter. And basically that's the best I can describe about the plot. Plain and simple, action plain and simple, and you get mildly entertained. Gerard Butler does his best, on keeping up his role, as well as Mike Coulter, who they just do a pretty good job with a decent chemistry that it doesn't give out too much information about themselves. They just give out kind of like the basics out of it, but it works. That's the best way I can describe about the acting. And there are some passengers that you might also concept as having some certain kind of personality, but for a moment these they don't exactly enrich us too much the story, because they're just kind of there, kind of fodder. But there are some moments in which you say that, oh my god, well, this character's gonna die, and it kind of throws out a little bit of a curveball in it. Anyway, you're done. Sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah, that. But okay, but anyway, what else there is? The pacing is it's a little bit slow, but it keeps you a little bit on the edge because I think that 10 minutes on the movie when they're trying to maneuver the plane during the middle of weather condition. They does it very well. It keeps you on the edge of the seat, and then also it comes the moments where they have to survive in the middle of nowhere, because even the airplane headquarters doesn't know where it is, and you just follow the character trying to figure out how to communicate themselves, as well as later getting ready for the terrorists that they decide to take hostage to these people. And also the villains, actually they are kind of like Far Cry style scary, I'll say. They have enough realism to make it kind of like a little bit disturbing. And there is blood. I must say, there is blood, and the violence it works well on its advantage. Not exactly R-rated gory, but it just kind of makes you squeamish. I mean, at least my audience bought it because most of the audience is like, ooh, ooh, ah, yeah. So it does really lead out to kind of like an interesting climax in which you see kind of like bodies being shot, pile on, and kind of like a way to die that involves the plane itself, by the way. And also, if I have to go a little bit on the negative side of the movie in its pacing, is that a little bit the scenes of the headquarters kind of states out a little bit of the obvious of what we know on the movie. And it could trim it up a little bit, but also what needed to be trimmed out, and it feels kind of like a little bit out of place, is that we get the motivation of Gerard Butler's character that he just wants to go back to see his daughter. And the scenes of the daughter doesn't exactly amount so much of importance. She's just there, and then you might feel that, okay, maybe this is a moment that we should we should know that, okay, he has a daughter, but we don't need exactly to see it, I'll say. See her, how she is. Because it doesn't technically enrich or the movie in itself, and it becomes more like a distraction than anything. But overall, I'll say that Plane is just just mildly entertaining, mildly fun, not exactly a big game changer. It's just a simple action movie involving Gerard Butler, and they do their best to make a decent action film, and so it does fly. It does fly whatever it is. So check it out if you kind of have a few hours to distract yourself. It's just that.